Hi and welcome. Jo here from 3 Times the Charm, and of course you'll probably hear my dogs at some point. So I do apologise in advance, but I always kind of try to keep these videos real, and I always, we get distracted. Shit happens in life. So, we either choose to give up and pack up and go, fuck, that didn't work, or we can just carry on. So I love a full moon, and I especially love a full moon in Libra. Why do I love a full moon in Libra so much? Because it's so loving. It's all about our relationships. It's all about forgiveness, compassion, and love. So that also includes to ourselves. And I know most of you already know that I'm always going to say to you guys, love yourselves first. Self-love, self-love, self-love. Because we set the precedent. We set the tone for how we get loved, by how we allow to be loved. Okay, so I want you all, please, I invite you all, please, to accept my light and my Reiki, because after all, Reiki and light is pure love. So it's unconditional love before it's tainted. Okay, so please take a big deep breath in and imagine a pinky green, healing, loving, compassionate light filling up with your breath as it enters your body. And then as you sigh it all out with sound, shake it out as well. Releasing everything that's not serving us, all of your worries, all of your fears, and all of your concerns. So let's do 2 more of those. So take another big deep breath in, breathing in that pink, green, healing, loving energy. And then sigh it all out with sound and shake it all out. Feels pretty good, hey? Alright, one more. Big deep breath in. Breathing in all of that healing love. And then sighing it all out with sound. Welcome to the present moment. So, full moon in Libra. So, I'd really like to just start. I have my selenite wand here because the moon loves selenite. Selenite loves moons. And I've got lots of crystals hanging around me, but I've also got this beautiful pink loving rose quartz as well because, hey, we are in Libra. And I just want to start with just tap anywhere that you feel like tapping. The selenite is just to cleanse our space, to allow no negativity into our space, protecting from all and just tap. And I just want you to say after me, I forgive, under this glorious full moon in Libra, everything and everyone. Anything that does not serve me, I forgive and release it now to the universe. From this lifetime, from any past lifetimes, through my entire ancestral lines, and in all dimensions, and across all time and space. I release it now. Take a big deep breath in. And shake it all out. And then have a drink of water, because that's a big release just in itself. And by tapping while we do that, we're anchoring it right into our subconscious. So now, before I go any further, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the astrology of what's going on at the moment. I'm not going to, go down this rabbit hole because I could literally for hours. So I've just got my notes here just so I try not to get too jumbled because I get really excited and then I jump around and flit around a bit. So I just want to try and make sure I explain it as good as I can for you guys. So moons are really good for shadow work. I love tapping to do my shadow work wherever you feel good, whatever, wherever feels good. Tapping bypasses our self-doubt, I suppose, like our conscious brain, and goes straight into our subconscious brain and into ourselves. So this moon is opposite the sun in Aries, which it always is. The full moon's always opposite the sun. So this is why it's always a good idea to release stuff and do shadow work and all of that sort of stuff. It is also kind of opposite Jupiter, Neptune and Venus, which are all in Pisces right now. So I did another video a couple of days ago when they all kind of met because it was just such a beautiful time, and it still is. But this moon, I think, is a really good time to release up to the universe, up to the mother, up to whatever year it is you believe in, to release any doubts around that. So any doubts around your luck, how you dream, what your imagination, all that self-doubt that we have inside us all, let's get rid of it. Let's shed our shit. And also Venus is in Pisces. So that's the planet of love, how we love, what we love, how we, expect love, all of the stuff we love. So it's good to release any hang-ups on any of that, any shame, any guilt, any whatever, any feelings that don't feel great. Tap it up, let's get rid of it. But we're also going to do a burning. So I love to write stuff down and then I love to burn it and release it to the universe. And as well, I love doing that every full moon, but as well, sun's in Aries, so it's fire. Okay, so I hope you're all with me so far. Now, it's very harmonious at the moment between the planets Mercury, Venus, and Uranus. So what does that mean? So Mercury is the thinking planet. Libra's an air sign, a thinker, a mind sign. So intelligent sign. So very harmonious in how we communicate at the moment with ourselves, with others. If you know your rising sign as well, then you can kind of figure out exactly which aspect of your life this actually affects. So for example, my rising sign's Capricorn. So this is affecting my 10th house or my career house. So any relationships that I'm having at the moment in my work, career, life, this is a really great time for me to get over any hang-ups, any self-doubt that I have, and to release all my fears around that. So, it doesn't, you don't have to get that specific. I mean, you can, if you want to know your rising sign, you can do a birth chart, a free birth chart at astro.com. Quite easy to, if you know your time of birth, that's pretty important, and your, where you were born, suburb, and of course your birth date, but I'm sure you know that. So, anyway, I digress a little bit. Otherwise, if you don't know your time, you can always pendulum dowse it, that's a pretty accurate way to do it. So, and I know it's done on a computer, it's not done the old way. I just have to put this in because, but I know, we'll get there. We'll get there with the by hand stuff, which will take a week or so, or longer. Anyway, I digress. That's a bit of an in-house joke. So at the moment as well, we've got Lilith. So for those of you who don't know Lilith is the part of our moon's orbit where she's the furthest point. It's not actually an asteroid or a planet or a moon or anything like that. It's just a point in the moon's orbit where it's furthest away from the earth. So Lilith in mythology was Adam, from Adam and Eve, his first wife. So she left the garden because she wouldn't do as Adam said. She went, fuck you, mate. I'm out of here. I'm going to go do my own shit. So it's a part of us, especially us women, but everybody has feminine and masculine inside them. So it affects all of us. So this is a part of you where it's kind of like your inner bitch, like your inner being in control. Hang on, that's not, let me see where I wrote it down, hang on, because I want to get it right. It's your inner, so I write bits of paper everywhere, I write notes everywhere, and then lose them all. So, yeah, being in control of herself, in total control of herself. Let me just fix that because I wrote it down wrong. Okay, so being in total control of herself. It's the parts where you put your foot down, set your boundaries, and you are fiercely you, and you don't fucking apologise for that. It's your inner sensuality and sexuality as well, and she's the part of you that makes you feel empowered or exposed. Okay, so what I'm coming across at the moment with lots of you guys is that we are all, male and female, having issues with our self-doubt and our boundaries and not apologising for who the fuck we are. Like, I can't even stress that enough. So this is also like, because Lilith is squaring our moon at the moment, and she's also squaring Jupiter, Neptune and Venus. So there is a lot of release and shadow work that we could do right now to really propel our healing and our soul journey forward. So with Lilith squaring Jupiter, Neptune and Venus, release what you think you know about your inner desires, your inner luck, what you think you can attract into your life. Like, we are all manifesting all of the time. Everything we manifest, this reality that we live in. Do you want a great one? Do you want a shit one? So which sort of thoughts do you want to start focusing on? The toxic ones that are going to keep creating all the hurdles and the dramas and the bullshit? Or do you want to focus on the good thoughts and the great things in your life and the shit that, oh my God, dream big, because, you know, the sky's the limit. Lots of energy going on right now. I'm getting really excited. So, Lilith squaring the moon as well. Any shame and stuff that you've got about your own inner thoughts, what you've been told that's kind of stuck with you, what you feel about yourself, what society makes us feel, all of that sort of stuff is any thoughts about our own sexuality and how we express that. Like, we don't have to apologise for anything. We are born the way we are. Can't help it. You know, so let's release any guilty, toxic, shameful thoughts that make us feel bad for being in control of our sexuality. And also, with that as well, I find it comes with needing to release and forgive deep emotional wounds from our mother's lines as well. So we learn a lot from our mums and how to be. You know, if we don't have a good mum or a strong mum in our lives, then we are, you know, super hard on ourselves. So, and even when we do have good mums in our lives as well, you know, I love you, mum. Even when we do have great mums in our lives as well, you know, like, everyone's going through their own shit. We've all been a product of how we were raised, our society, everything, you know, generations and everything. So there's a lot of trauma that goes back a lot through our father's lines too, but, you know, this is a moon, so let's do, this is all feminine, beautiful feminine energy. So let's heal the mother's lines. And that's also like in the father's lines too, because mothers are everywhere, you know, mothers are everywhere. So, and then there's also the great mother, of course, Mother Gaia as well. So there's a lot of trauma right there as well. So this is a huge moon, guys. Like, it's absolutely a massive moon. So, big deep breath in. So what I want to do now, because I know this video's already been going for a bit. So what I want to do now, and if you don't already, have a bit of pen and paper, I invite you to go get a piece, because I'd love to write down, and it'd be even better if we're tapping while we're writing it down. And then if you don't have somewhere safe for a cauldron to burn, then I can certainly do that for you. And I think we should just take a few moments here just to write down what it is in regards to love, self-love, self-doubt, forgiveness. You know, anything in your life that you need to release right now in regards to love. And it could be with others. It could be, you know, like, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes just to, you know, write down as much, or pause the video so you can write down as much as what comes. Don't give yourself a time limit. Just let it flow. Okay, so I'm just going to pause my video now and probably do that now. So, and I'm going to give you guys a good few minutes anyway. So, take some deep breaths. I've got lots of pretty rocks around helping with all of this energy, helping us release what it is that we need to release. So just take a few moments to write. I'm writing my own as well. So take some breath and just write whatever comes out. Okay, if you need any more time, I invite you to pause the video. And then, on behalf of us all, or if you have your own safe place to burn, let's burn, baby, burn. So as we burn, I'm going to chant Om Namo Narayani, which is I release it all to the divine. Anything that does not serve us as a collective, anything that's not serving, whether we've listed it or not, because often a lot of the stuff that we're shedding is really deep ingrained and we don't know even that it's in there. So anything that is no longer serving us in regards to how we love ourselves and others, how we put our boundaries down, how we dream, our self-worth, our self-forgiveness, any deep emotional wounds running through our mother's lines, in all of our ancestral lines, and our own toxic thoughts, everything that we are releasing that no longer serves us for our highest good and the highest good of all. So take a big deep breath in. And as I light this, and as it burns, it's releasing it all. So you'll feel lighter and know that we've released it. Om Namo Narayani. 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 Take a big deep breath in. And it's actually quite interesting that my dogs all just bark then. Wait. Because Lilith as well, in some circles of mythology, Lilith was also Hecate's daughter, who is the goddess of all witches, according to the Greeks. So I love Hecate. I certainly call Hecate in lots, and pay my respects. And my dogs, you know, part of one of Hecate's many signs that she's around are barking dogs. So I think, especially as we're burning that and it's being released, like that sent a huge wave through me that we were heard, and that was a huge sign. So, always magic in the mundane if you choose to look. So I hope that you're all feeling a bit better after that. Hope we're all feeling a bit lighter. So now, because we've released, I always like to now bring back in what we're grateful for, because we need to anchor in what it is that you're grateful for. So even if you're trying to bring something in, this is when we start being grateful that it's already in our lives. So I am super, super grateful for all of you. I am super grateful for everybody that I can help, that I can serve the universe for the highest good of all. Super grateful for my amazing partner. Super grateful for all of my animals and the life that I live and the property that I have and the amazing house that I have and the amazing home that I have and the amazing everything. All my friends and all my loved ones, you know. The air, the sun. I love the sun. Straight after this, I'm going to go and bask for a little bit. So it doesn't, you know, just because we're doing a moon, the moon's always around us just because the sun's out. So, and the moon energy goes for a couple of days either side of it. So here in Australia, Sydney time, I believe it is in most of the calculations, is at about 4:55 a.m. on Sunday morning. Most of the rest of the world, it's the sun. Here we go. Hecate's hearing us. Cleo, come here, darling. And yeah, so you can do this as many times as you like. Or you can, I've been putting up reels and stuff regularly over the last few days. Just, take those little microbursts. Take those little mini microbursts. So many of you tell me you don't have time. Oh, I don't have time for self-care. Bullshit. I call bullshit. If you don't make the time and set your own boundaries, no one's going to do it for you. So those little micro reels, they're like 30 seconds, a minute, some are 15, they're really tiny little chunks of time. So you can just use them to get a little microburst and use them frequently. Do them as many, use them frequently. That's what they're there for. All right. So, and now I just want to pull a card. So what is this moon cycle? What can we all expect now from this moon cycle in Libra? Cards I'm using are the Everyday Witch mini deck. I love them so much. They're one of my favourite decks. Deborah Blake, that's the other. Ooh, I had a few. That's too many, Spirit. Just show me. Okay, so this moon, how beautiful. So this, there's a secret card underneath it. So this is the Six of Pentacles, which is all about, being charitable. So don't forget this. When I see this card a bit, I often think too that people are going through shit. Everyone's got something that they're going through. So sometimes it's about realizing that, and before we go to crackers, is to remember that, everyone's going through shit. So don't take it personally. It's also a very charitable card, so it's all about giving. Libra Full Moon is such a beautiful giving moon. So then we also got the Knight of Cups who popped out. And he popped out upside down. So this could mean don't get too caught up in the emotion. Don't get swept up in all of the hype. It is sometimes, think about it a little bit. And then the Seven of Pentacles is all about, harvesting all that hard work you've put in. So, so hang on, it's an interesting reading. Let me just have a bit of a look. So, to me, they're all looking back to the past. They're all looking backwards, back to the past. So this is releasing all those times that all those times that you haven't been charitable, all those times that you've run off with your own, woe is me, and put yourself first every single time, which, Sun in Aries, that's what they do. But it's, it's noticing that, and the moon in Libra is all about those loving, harmonious relationships. So, this card again, coming back, it's releasing all those times that you just jumped head first in, or heart first in, and kind of got burnt. Releasing all those ex-relationships, releasing all those times you were shamed, or you felt shamed, or you shamed yourself. And all those times that you felt bad, and all of that sort of stuff. Like, get rid of it, just release it, because that's not you. And we are who we are because of the shit we have to go through. And Chiron is in Aries at the moment. So Chiron is our wounded healer. It's an asteroid up in the zodiac, up in the sky. So it's an asteroid, and it represents the wounded healer, our karma. So at the moment it's in Aries, which is opposite the moon. So lots of karmic shit is coming up. So this is why we did that at the start. We did that release with the tapping. And then we've done a burning and a full moon release. And now it's, the cards are kind of, the more I'm looking in these cards, the more, the more you see. So it's, this is all tying together. So all these karmic relationship, all these, release it all from past lives, from your ancestral lines, because half the shit you're dealing with isn't even yours to deal with. So we've released it. We've released it. So big deep breaths in. Sigh it all out. And you will reap those rewards. So now it's time to start dreaming big. So everything that you've released now with your self-doubt, what you're capable of manifesting, what you're capable of achieving, your luck and all of that sort of shit, do as many of these full moon releases as you want. You know, you've still got, what's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday. So, you know, no excuses. And time isn't even a thing either because, you know, go and watch all my reels because they're only like 30 seconds to a minute long. So, all right, I'm going to leave you there. Otherwise, this video is just going to keep on rolling. So, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you all feel better. Sending you all, from my heart to yours, such a beautiful, big burst of love and light. Breathe it in. Sigh it all out. Imagine that you've got beautiful big tree roots growing out your legs and out the bottom of your feet as we anchor back down into Mother Earth. You can spend as long down there with Mother Earth as you like. We thank her for her healing, always. We thank her for everything she provides us. And until next time, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.